And you're listening to Candidate Conversations on the WIDU Radio Network. I'm your host, Jay Reinstein, and today I have with me Loren Bibler, running for U.S. Congress District 9 in North Carolina, and he's a Democrat. And welcome to Candidate Conversations, Loren.
Thank you very much for having me, Jay. Yes. Hello.
So tell our listeners just a little bit about yourself.
Yes, thank you for the question. So I'm originally from the Triad area. I was born in High Point, grew up in Jamestown and Greensboro. I'm an NC State alumni. I have my bachelor's in political science as well as my associate's in turfgrass management from NC State. I'm a former athlete. I'm a golf course superintendent by trade. I've got about 15 years in the golf course industry. I'm running to help rebuild this middle class and strengthen our workers' rights, ensure comprehensive health care as a constitutional right to where people in our community can get the care that they need from the provider that they want. And lastly, I want to regulate these large language models and these AI companies to help protect personal privacy as well as copyright infringement, and leading into these data centers, helping protect the environment in some of the beautiful areas around District 9.
Well, thank you. Again, so here's a real important question. What do you shoot on the golf course, Loren?
My all-time low is an 83, but I'm usually good for under 100.
Got it. And what was your sport of choice?
I was a football player mainly. Grimsley Whirlies, back-to-back state champs, 2023, 2024. You got to give them a little bit of a shout out.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a center, 3-year starter. A lot of fun. I miss it a lot, but you can only play football so long.
There you go. So if you could tell us your top issue in the district that you would be serving, what would you tell people when you're meeting voters? What is the main issue that you're going to talk to them about?
The main issue that's really coming up when I've been speaking to voters has been the affordability crisis and keeping more money in our fellow citizens and people living in the United States, their pockets, as opposed to some of this nickel and diming and these silly fees that are coming along with a lot of these things. Building out the middle class, something I believe is making sure that you can feel productive at work, you can feel purpose in your family life, and then you can have some time for your own personal self-fulfillment, whether that's a hobby, whether it's getting involved in the community. But that's what I believe is being middle class, and that's what I'm hearing from a lot of people, is this affordability crisis that's going around right now.
Great. Again, we're talking to Loren Bibler, running for U.S. Congress, North Carolina, District 9, Democrat. So if elected, is there one concrete thing you would want to deliver for your district in year one, in your first term? Really, in your first term?
Yes, I would like to, if not go back to the affordable health care insurance premiums that were just raised and kind of disregarded by the current administration, because that would be concrete physical difference that could be enacted in the first weeks of my election, and that will help families at home in their pocketbook, and also make sure that they get the care that they very much need in this area.
Right. So, as you know, all you have to do is turn on the news for a few minutes, and you know that Congress has a reputation for gridlock. Not a lot is getting done now in Washington. How do you think you could be an effective representative rather than just another partisan voice in D.C.?
Thank you for that question. From my experience on the golf course, the task is the most important thing. When you focus on passing legislation, when you focus on resodding a green, you have to make sure that the team around you understands what the task is. And it doesn't matter if, say, that this one person wants to go, let's go left foot first and then right foot. Well, you got to get the thing done. And as a person that is very detail and task-oriented, that's something I'm going to bring to this seat, to where I don't care what party you are, I don't care who you caucus with. If we want to get some things done that will benefit people in our communities, I'm on board for it.
Great, thanks. And again, talking to Loren Bibler, running for U.S. Congress, District 9, Democrat. Is there a particular federal issue, and I think you talked about health care a little bit, but that hits home locally here in North Carolina that would be in your district? And what steps would you take to really address that issue and move it forward?
Yes, thank you. I think that going forward, something that the federal government really has a responsibility to take on this, take on the responsibility and the, I'm losing my words. But the federal government needs to regulate the interstate commerce that comes around these AI and these large language models. The impact that these models are going to have on our workforce is going to be drastic, and we need to make sure that the jobs in our communities are being protected and enhanced the best that they can be.
Great. We often hear about lack of accountability with elected officials, and they're not holding themselves accountable, or the people aren't holding them accountable. How would you stay accountable to the people of your district once you're in Washington?
Yes,
Talk
I
about
believe
accountability.
Yes. Being an accountable representative is being a present representative, in my opinion. I want to be someone that when I'm not in Washington fighting for the people in my community, I'm on the ground around the district, going to town halls, going to community meetings, going to sporting events, and gotta show some support there. But being someone that someone in the community does not feel apprehensive about coming up and talking to. I feel like that's very important for the people who are representing the community to be able to translate the legalese that goes into these bills that we're writing and turn it into, common speak to where everyone can understand what the purpose is behind the legislation. That about sums up. Yes, sir.
Yeah, sure. Talking to Loren Bibler, running for U.S. Congress District 9 as a Democrat. Can you also tell our listeners what District 9 encompasses, what that area is? If you can just give a brief description of that before I get to my next question for you.
Absolutely. So in District 9, we have parts of Chatham County, Cumberland County, and Guilford County, as well as the entirety of Alamance County, Randolph County, Hope County, and Moore County.
Wow, that's a good size geographical area. Could you let our listeners know why do you think you're the better choice for this seat as compared to the other candidates in the race, and also let people know how they can get more information about you, your candidacy? Is there a website, social media? Please share that. So why are you the best candidate, and how do folks get in touch with you?
Absolutely. Thank you very much. So why I believe that I'm the best candidate for this position and will be the best representative in this office is because I believe that public service is a stewardship role. Being a steward is to leave something better than when you came upon it. That is a creed that I follow on the golf course as well. On the golf course and on the athletes say the proof is in the tape. Check the tape if you want to see how we're doing. But coming to this role as a steward is something that I think sets me apart from the other candidates running in this race. And places that you can check me out, we have a website for our campaign. It is biblerforprogress.com. That is BIBLER. It's like Bible with an R on the end, forprogress.com, as well as we have a Facebook page, Bibler for Progress as well, and an Instagram as well.
Well, great. Thank you so much for joining us today, Loren Bibler. We really appreciate it. Again, he is running for U.S. Congress, North Carolina, District 9. Thanks for joining us today on Candidate Conversations.
Thank you so much, Jay. Happy to be on.
Yeah, we wish you luck, and until next time, have yourselves a great day.